Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, one more time. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Yeah, I do, man. I thank God for it every day. You know, my message this morning, man, is real clear. It's something that's been on me to share. And it's amazing, you know. God can do some amazing things for you. But what happens along the way is, and I don't know that I mean to say but the fact that God can do some amazing things for you, there comes adversity along with it. Every single time. It just goes without saying. And I was having a fairly, not fairly, but a hugely successful week. I had never seen this type of hatred before. I hadn't seen it. And it's a great trick that the devil does, you know, when God is blessing you and giving you some great opportunities in your life, as all of you have gone through. And isn't it amazing how some negative thing crops up, and that's what you have to focus on. I found out that I don't have to, but you wind up focusing on it, and your energy goes over to that to try to deal with it, counteract, wonder why it was happening. You got to make phone calls. What was this about? Blah 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 blah, and it throws you off the course you were on. The beginning of the week, I was so grateful. I was so amazed. I was really thanking God for opportunity. For this brief moment, the enemy slides this little factor in there that causes you to, and it requires your attention. You have to pay it attention because you don't know. You're going, wow, man, let me see what this could really be. How much dirt is this really that they trying to do? And so it requires your attention. But in that attention, you lose your focus on really all the blessings and the good thing that God does for you. The enemy has an amazing trick that he does that. And it was in my head, I got to tell y'all, all week long, man. And I was doing some amazing stuff. I was having such a blessed week, man, in terms of press and PR and where God was taking me. And then when I got back, I was talking with my wife. And then I was talking to a good friend of ours. And they shared something that really helped me out. And they said to me, new level, new devil. And, it's something really simple. But new level, new devil. Every time you go to another level, every time you go a little bit higher, every time God has a blessing in store for you, every time he moves you in position, do you understand that the enemy's job is to make you not see the blessing, make you not be grateful for it, lose your focus and focus on this that I just threw in your way, this stumbling block, this obstacle, this trickery. And man, I just got to tell you, man, I mean, it was so filled with hatred that I really spent some time addressing it. I got publicists on the phone. I said, what's happening here? Y'all not watching this? Y'all not, what was this attack? You didn't know these angles? What was it? And Steve, chill. New level, new devil. If you get a promotion on your job, guess what? Somebody ain't happy that you got the promotion. So here come the hate. You don't even really know these people. You have no idea. Every time you make a decision to make your relationship with your spouse better, man, this is it. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to do this, man, so me and my girl can go on and have this, or me and my man can go on and have this. Watch what happens. Every single time. Here comes the new level, the new devil, the trick. You don't need to do that. What you doing that for her? She don't appreciate it. He ain't going to appreciate it. Look over here, man. Look at that right there. Ain't he nothing? He missed. He didn't call you and he said he was going. All types of stuff. It just happens all the time. And I was sitting here talking with this friend, really good friend, very spiritual person. And they said, something, Steve, I was talking to Jesus and said, I was having this conversation with Christ. And I said, God, for real? You mean to tell me every time that something good happens to me, you mean every time I try to go to the next level, every time you put me on the next level, you mean to tell me that I got to go through this right here? Are you for real? And then my friend said, Jesus said to her, they did it to me. And we just fell out laughing. They did it to me. They did it to him. They did it to him. For him to go to the next level. And, I was just going over the whole story about the crucifixion and everything. That had to be amazing, man. Of all the hate he had endured, all the prosecuting he had endured, they thought ultimately what we'll do is we'll nail him on a cross and crucify him, and that'll be the end of him. And we'll put him in this tomb and we'll put this big stone up there, and that'll be the end of him. But what they did not know was all you was doing was setting the tone for the next level. Because eventually the stone got rolled away and he went and got placed with his father, where he was headed to anyway. He ultimately knew that his ultimate goal was to get to his father. So when you thought you were doing what you were doing to him, and you put him in the tomb and you put the big stone up in there, and the stone got rolled away, and he went eventually to where he was trying to get to. That story is in place for all of us to remember that when we are going through some things, could it be because we are going to a place? It could be just a place in life. It could be just a different level in life. That's all it has to be. But there's going to be the adversarial challenges that come with it. And those are the moments we must expect and take them head on, and still not lose your focus or appreciation for what God has done for you. So in light of all of that, I'm able to say today that I thank my Heavenly Father. I really do, for all the blessings he's bestowed upon me, and all of the haters and all of the liars and all of the backstabbers and all those people. When you get through lying, when you get through stabbing, when you get through gossiping and doing what you do, I'm still going to the next level. I'm still going. You cannot stop what God has in store for you. No one can stop that.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this morning show that I've decided today is called Get It. We about to get it. Now, you need to get it because we finna get it. And at the end of the day, I want you to say, got it. Let's get it. Come on, let's get it. Get it how you want it. Let's get it. Look at him. Say get it. Get it till you got it. I got it. Must admit you went and do yourself and get it. If you're going to say you got it, must have said you getting it. Get it all you want, get a whole bunch, get it. Till you're full of it, then say got it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we doing it today. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica Jr., better known as Kill Spate, and the legend nephew Tommy. I'm here. What's on your mind, Junior?
Hey, it's been about a week now. And I just want to know, Uncle, I know when you got, if you would have got slapped up there, we already know this part. But how long would your apology tour be?
Oh.
Forever.
Yeah, because it would have went way past the Academy and the fellow nominees. I'd have had to apologize to the sound engineer, the 3 cameramen that I turned their cameras over. I want to apologize to all stage repair and crew for having to restructure the set that day. I want to apologize to the lighting people because I don't know how I got some up there and was hitting lights. I had to apologize to the people that were next to wheel table.
What did they do?
Because I knocked some people over into their table. And the wine got on her gown. And then I had to apologize to the row behind our table. I got to apologize to them. Then I got to apologize to 3 ushers because they grabbed me. And I wasn't really feeling it. So once they grabbed me, that was a whole nother set of people that got some. Then I want to apologize to the paramedics because I thought they was trying to pick me up and it was them other people and I wasn't to be touched at that moment. I want to apologize to the LAPD because I wasn't resisting arrest. I was just clearing the room. And then I want to apologize to the prosecutor and the judge.
You got charges?
Yeah, because I was in there still clearing space out for me. And then I want to apologize to just everybody, man. I want to apologize to Will. I ain't mean to go that far. I wish you well. Get well soon. Hope you get out soon. Stuff like that to be getting sit the wheel. It just would have been a lot of apology too. I'd have been.
Still on it. Still on it.
Yeah.
Anybody else? The mayor, the governor?
No.
All right.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
All right. Coming up in 32
to Will's
minutes.
Kids.
Coming up in 32 minutes after the hour, we'll have the pastors and church complaints right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam church complaints.
We gavel in this bodacious way as we omnificate the preposterousness of what's been going on. We momentalize the gravitatiousness of all this bygoings and bycomings, things of that nature that we have to reprehend and gather ourselves in a most audaciously way. I gather my deacon here of omnistrious, gravitations.
I like that one now.
Omniferous gravitations. He is an implurablockable.
Yes, Lord.
Implurablockable.
Yes, sir.
God almighty.
Yes, sir.
person
Preach, bitch.
to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Deacon Definarius James.
Yes.
That's his name. That is first
That's
name?
that's what deaf is short for. Definarius.
Okay. Oh, Definarius. Okay.
Boy, that boy know how to bring somebody out.
See,
He
Def
know how
Jam
to
is
do it.
Definarius Jameson. We shorten it for Def Jam. Definarius Jameson. Go ahead, Def.
Definarius. All right, Pastor. Let's see here. Listen, as you know, Brother Elvin Banks passed away. As you know, he was 7'4". The family cannot afford a casket that long. They want to know, can we help out? 7'4", Pastor, and the funeral home don't have pastors that, and they don't have caskets that long.
Yeah, we've gone through this before. We're gonna do like we've done before. We're gonna fold him.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord.
What? Pastor.
We
gonna
just
fold
fold
him?
He's deceased. Just bend his legs back. Have them down there just below his knuckles. And have his feet just below his knuckles. Fold his hands on his chest. And no one will know the difference. But we're not
fold him up.
action. We're going to fold him up. Just crank his legs back. He can't feel nothing. You might have to dislocate him a little bit and get him situated.
No.
He's going to be in there with his legs back and he's going to be slew-footed.
Problem
God
solved.
Done.
My God.
Ain't God good.
This feels uncomfortable, Pastor. It feels uncomfortable.
He won't know. He uncomfortable was when he got shot.
Oh, gosh. That's how he died.
Yeah.
Oh, next.
All right, moving right along, Pastor. We got an issue here. Brother James Belton stole some gas at the gas station while driving the church van. Now, he was arrested and taken to jail. The van was towed away. Now, here's the problem. Nobody knew that Brother Vernon Lawson was in the back asleep. He's still on the church van at the impound. What do you want to do about this, Pastor? The doors are locked and everything. He can't get out.
I'm going to go down there myself and we going to get him the gas back and let us have the van. I'm going to go down there with 5-gallon can of gas. I'm going to let them take the gas back, and then I'm going to put the 5 gallons in there. That'll get me to the corner, and I'll gas the van up and get it back. With who's in the back seat now?
That was Brother Vernon Lawson is in the back. He was asleep back there.
Okay, we'll go down there and get Brother Lawson. He's a good member here. That's all I can think
He slept
of.
through all that?
He slept through all
He
that.
has a sleeping disorder.
Hard.
He has a sleeping disorder. Almost like when it hit him, it's like horse tranquilizer. It just drops him right on down. Lord have mercy.
Now, what are we going to do about Brother James Belton? Are we going to get him out of jail, or are we going to leave him in there? He's stole it.
Yeah, we're going to worry about that later, because, the Bible says, thou shalt not steal.
What the
Amen.
gas is
Preach,
high, though,
Pastor.
Pastor. The gas is high, though. Now, you got to give him that.
Understood that. Well, should have thought that out. It is not so much the stealing the gas that I'm concerned with, but it's more the getting caught part
There you go.
that's creating the problem for us. You know not if you know not, if you understand what I'm saying.
I get what you're going for, Pastor. Right.
So when I hear, I know he will, as soon as I hear that, I'm thinking that's one of the Williams brothers right there. I know he will. I know he will. And that right there, that's the male quartet. Now, Sister Bernice don't want to be.
Yeah,
who
that's
is
Sister
that?
Louise. That's Sister Louise back there
Well,
singing like that.
Sister Louise got to stop sounding like Brother Lewis. Because that's where the confusion is. This Louise is sounding like, Sister Louise is sounding like Brother Lewis.
All right, let me get you this, Pastor, before we go. Now brace yourself. Brother Will and Jada want to join church, but the members are not sure if they should accept their membership. Some are worried about Will possibly slapping you in the middle of one of your sermons. It's your call on
you
letting
don't
them
have
in.
to worry about that. We will welcome them to the church because their amount of tithes is going to be outstanding. Just make sure that he fills out the tithe envelope and the love offering envelope, and we'll see how long he stay. But just know this. The day he slapped me, oh, Father God. If there's anybody he wants to see in heaven, he'll be able to check him out that evening.
All right.
Amen.
That's church complaint for today. Amen. Coming up next, Ask the CLO with our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building, ready for your love questions right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in our entertainment report, we'll recap last night's Grammy Awards in Vegas. And we hear that this may be the first and the last year that the Grammys will be held in Vegas. What? What happened?
No! Yeah!
Yes. We'll talk about it.
LA.
We'll talk about it, but right now it is time for Ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey. This one is from LaDonna in Omaha. LaDonna says, I'm 28 and I used to date one of the guys at my job when I was in high school. Guys flirt with me at work and my ex tried to be territorial. Does he want me or is he just hating?
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, he dated you in high school. He does have a memory, so he wants you back. And it is hating and it's being territorial. It's all of that. It's all of it. He wants you back. He's hating and he's being territorial. That's all. Period.
So what should she do?
I mean, what you want to do? You want to date him? That's the question. You know, she
her.
really trying to figure out, you know, is he hating? And, you know, she's flattered by it, really. And she just trying to figure out in her youth, is that what she want to do? That's up to you. But remember this now, the exes is for a reason. Try to remember the reason. Try to remember the reason.
All the reasons.
All right.
The new
moving
them
on.
might be the same them, just older.
And at work. All right. Sharon in Macon writes, I stopped by my husband's office Tuesday to get his mail because he's out of town. There's a Reed's Jewelers bill in my husband's name, but my husband hates credit cards. Do you think I should open the mail or ask my husband about it first?
Oh, I can't believe you ain't opened it.
I know that's right. I would have.
But what woman ain't opened it?
She held it
You
up
think
to
I
the
should
light.
open his mail? What? Your husband's mail? A jeweler. Now, what you could do is mess up something as a surprise he got for you.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
That's the only thing.
You know.
Yeah.
Right.
This ain't gonna go good here.
So should she ask her husband about it then?
He ain't gonna
I
answer.
mean,
to know that too.
why is she asking me that? Like I'm saying, I don't know what you're waiting on. I can't believe you ain't opened it. I just don't know how you haven't opened it. So
Well, maybe she's an honest person and she doesn't.
that is
She
not
knows it's
dishonest.
illegal to open other people's
It
mail.
is. You
What?
can open other people's mail. That's fine.
Yes,
Your
you're not
husband?
supposed-
Oh, I would have done
Steve,
it.
anyone
but I'm
that
just saying.
doesn't have your name on it, but I would
You
have opened
can't get
it.
arrested for that.
Right. Well, you're not supposed to open other people's mail, and you know that.
That's what you
your
want.
spouse.
You can open your spouse's mail. Shirley,
Stop.
I don't know where this
Well, I'm just
self-righteousness
saying.
can come from. You would have
I'm
opened
just
it,
saying
read
it's
it,
illegal to
and
open
called
other
him
people's
about
mail.
it.
Yes.
Girl, y'all need to stop.
Yeah,
y'all
I would have,
Hey,
for
this is
sure.
not a white show, okay? So
Okay.
let's stop.
Let's quit playing.
That's what you're gonna stop doing.
Listen, got on
White-
your
she got,
nerves.
she got
Yeah.
white tendencies on.
Yeah, you know, you're all of a sudden you just on the white show. This ain't, girl. This Steve Harvey Morning Show. Stop,
I'm just
Black as they
saying
get.
that's why she didn't open it.
girl.
I'm not saying what I would have done. This is she did.
Girl.
She's asking, should she open
But she
it?
asking you as a black person.
She's asking you, CLO.
Well, what did my black ass just say?
I can't believe she didn't open it.
It was a black answer.
I can't believe she ain't open. That's Tommy. What is that I just gave?
It was a black answer. Very clear.
What did you want?
She won't.
All right, so you're saying open it.
Shirley, good Lord, yes. Open the damn
open
mail.
it.
Open it and ask him about it. Now mess your little surprise up, because he done got you something for Mother's Day and you finna mess that up. Now go on and ask him about it.
Why are
Sitting
you
up
mad?
in here. We're
gonna do it.
You know what kind of show this is.
We're going to do a segment which is called Black and White, where you answer and Shirley answer, because Shirley going to give you the white answer.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we're going to do that on the network. As soon as we get an opening segment, we're going to let you answer, and then I'm going to answer the way it's supposed to get answered. And we damn near got that. Sometimes it's the strawberry letter. Sometimes.
Did you not hear me say I would have opened it? Where was that? Where is that? Did you?
So
lose
what
your
is this
hearing on that
illegal?
part?
What is this illegal part?
Because
Where that
it
come
is.
from?
It is illegal, but she's
You're
saying
not
she
supposed
would
to
have
open
done it,
other
but
people's
she's
It's
not.
illegal to spank your children.
It is.
No, it's
But
not.
And
is it?
No, it's
I didn't know that.
yes, it's illegal.
I didn't know that.
no, it's
Dog, you get in trouble now for spanking your kid. What is y'all talking about? You didn't know that. Because you black. That's why you don't know it.
yeah, that's why we don't know the law.
Oh, I'm black now? Okay.
He ain't talking to you.
Tawana,
I ain't
moving
talking
on.
this shit. Go ahead.
Moving on to Tawana in Duval. Tawana says, I'm a 49-year-old married woman, and I was at lunch with my husband when his phone rang. He looked at it and turned it over. It rang again, so I answered it, and the lady on the phone said she is the party planner for my surprise 50th birthday party. But I don't believe her. Does this sound crazy to you, too?
No. She said she the party planner for your 50th birthday, and you picked up the man's phone. He trying to keep it a secret. You answered it, and she told you what she was. Now, damn. You done messed that up, too.
Black answer.
I'm sick of you, and I know you black because your name is Tawana. Girl,
Duval.
In Duval.
dog.
Ain't no
Tawana,
white
40
Tawanas. Ain't no white Tawanas, though.
Now one.
All right, so she messed that up. All right, Onika in Mobile says, my 22-year-old cousin is staying with me while she does her spring internship. She's stinking up the place. I don't know how she can get out of the shower and still be musty, but it happens. Is
Oh, you
it
know
rude
how-
to suggest a stronger deodorant to her?
Oh, y'all know, you know good hell. Well, you know what's up. Let's stop this here. We grown folks on this show right here. If you taking a
black.
shower
black and we're
you
grown.
getting out and you still stink, this ain't deodorant. You got to do something else. You already know this here.
Yeah.
You already know this here. Now, we ain't because there's kids in the car, so we ain't finna go here. You already know
we
what's
know what
happening
it
here.
is.
You gonna stop this here.
Ooh.
You finna
She
find
wants to
out.
know
You finna
if-
come home. Be all kind of products on the table. Summer's Eve. Baking soda,
Okay.
cornstarch.
Okay.
It would be all kind of
serious
stuff on
right
this
now?
thing right here. Yeah, you finna get all this here. You already know what's happening.
She
Sitting up
said
in here finna play
musty.
this game with you. You finna get that hot water bottle that's been on the back of the door. You finna
Oh,
finna get all that.
You know, sometimes you can go too far. You do
Spray
realize
bottles.
that, don't you?
I heard you. You didn't have to repeat
God.
it.
Thank God our time
With the little
is out.
vinegar in it, you didn't. These kids
Thank
don't
God
even
our
know what
time
that
is
is.
out. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news. Come.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
The 64th annual Grammys were last night in Las Vegas, and Carla, our girl Carla, is here with the recap. Coming in hot, Carla. What you got?
Okay, Shirley, did you see the Grammys? Did you watch it, my friend?
Yes, I did. And
All right,
yes,
y'all.
I did.
Let's talk about it. The Grammys, hosted by Trevor Noah, was in Las Vegas, Steve. He did a light joke. Trevor kicked things off in his monologue. He did a light joke. about the Oscar slap. He said, "Don't even think of this as an award show."
Chris did a lot.
Yes, he did, Tommy. You're right.
I heard you, Tommy.
You're
Right.
right.
Right. He said, "This is a concert. We're giving out awards. We're going to be listening to music. We're going to keep people's names out our mouths." And then, da-da-da-da. Silk Sonic ruled the night. Sweeping 4 categories. They were nominated in, including Record and Song of the Year. First award kicked things off. Silk Sonic. They did an opening performance, a dedication to Las Vegas 777.
Hey, what's the difference between Record of the Year and Song of the Year?
Child, I struggle with that every year, but they won. I don't know.
Is it writers?
Performers, all of that. So Questlove, he presented Silk Sonic with their first award. He did a joke saying for everyone to stay 500 feet back. Again, a little Oscars, little joke. But Silk Sonic, we love them. Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars, they cleaned up. Did you see it, Junior? Did you see?
Yes.
Anderson .Paak with his Ike Turner wig on.
wig.
Oh,
his hair.
I saw that.
You saw that, Tommy?
All the slow turning and cheesing he was doing.
Yes.
Yes. And when they won their award, how they got up out of their seats like slow motion. Yeah.
Just so dramatic. They are straight comedy. But I love how, their style. They took the music back to the 70s, Steve.
To the 70s,
That's what we love about Silk Sonic. Your favorite
Throwback.
era. Yeah, that's
Throwback.
your favorite.
Yeah.
And moving on, every rapper's favorite rapper, Nas. Hip-hop legend Nas. He killed it last night. He's been rapping for over 30 years. He did My Jam, One Mic, I Can. He did a little medley, made you look with a band behind him. So Nas, he killed it. Even Luda came on afterwards and gave it up to Nas. Let's see what else. Jasmine Sullivan, best R&B song. Finally, Jasmine Sullivan won a Grammy. It has been a long time coming. She has been nominated over 15 times.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's when I'm through going. That's when I'm through going.
That's when you draw the line. This is my
I
last
said I got
time.
dressed up 15 times. You ain't called me.
Yes.
3.
That's the max.
3 without a call.
Yeah.
They broke me at the Emmys from that. You don't see me down there no more. No, Lord. No, Lord. Best
No,
game
they
show
not gonna do
host
you.
goes to the host of Cash Cab. I said, okay. Okay. I ain't saying I'm all that, but I'm more than that, though. So,
Right.
Yes.
Congratulations to Jasmine Sullivan. Philly, stand up. Your girl finally got her Grammy. I
Yeah.
think she got 2 Grammys, actually.
Sound
Her.
like Philly to me.
Yes, her. R&B singer, her. She is a bad girl. She was killing it on stage. She did her song Damage, and that has the sample of that Making Love in the Rain, Herb Albert, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis on stage with her while performing. Then she killed it. My girl gets behind the drums. Then she performs Are You Going My Way? Gonna Go My Way with Travis Barker. That's Kourtney Kardashian's man. He played the drums, and Lenny Kravitz and her. They killed it. Both of them on guitar.
Great
Nice performance. Justin Bieber, he did his thing. President Zelensky of Ukraine, he did a video to talk about, music and how it is supporting the Ukrainians and the war-torn nation, and how people can help, and how singers in Ukraine are trying to keep the morale up, if you will, in Ukraine. And then, he introduced, kind of went into John Legend singing. It was a beautiful moment. Let's see what else. Did we see Kiss Me More with SZA and Doja Cat? Actually, Doja Cat, they won Best Pop Duo Group Performance, and she was in the restroom when they actually called her name. She ran to the mic and said that was the fastest pee she ever had to do. She's another word, but I'm going to say pee. And SZA was on crutches.
I'm here for you if you need me. I ain't got no problem.
What do you mean by
What
that?
do you mean? Yeah, really.
I mean,
Steve
if
Wilson.
she said something other than P, you want me to take a couple shots
Nah,
at it?
we're gonna let that go. We're gonna let it go.
Okay. That's what, like our show to be authentic, Ain't no need of misquoting nobody, somebody not getting the joke or walking away not understanding.
It was cool. It was cool.
Okay.
P. We're gonna say P. Anyway, SZA was on crutches. She said she fell out the bed the day before the Grammys. Some say she twisted her ankle, she hurt her leg. Anyway, my girl was on crutches accepting the award. She looked fabulous, though. So that was pretty much the Grammys. John Baptiste. What can I say? Class act. He cleaned up at the end of the night. So it was a good show.
Did I see Justin Bieber with a ski cap on, Carla? What did he have on?
He had a cap while performing, cap to the back, but sitting in the audience, he had on just a regular, like a skull cap. I like Justin Bieber. I like that jam, Peaches. Yeah, what were you saying, Steve? What were you saying?
Didn't know who John Baptiste was. My bad. I was back
John
in
the
the
Baptist. You thought it was John the
I
Baptist?
was I wasn't John the Baptist, but I was back in history.
Thank
though.
you, Carla.
Can't stand you.
I didn't know somebody's coming over
All right,
the
coming up at 20
and
minutes
something. I
after
ain't
the
know
hour.
what was going on.
Well, it's Tommy time with the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are. It is time for Tommy. In other words, it's Tommy time. Okay, Tommy, what's on your mind?
Oh, Lord, y'all. I done talked to Cory the other night.
Wow, you
I hung up on Cory 4 doggone times. I just couldn't take it no more. Junior, I couldn't take it this time.
What did he say this time?
We get on the phone. He philosophizing. Yeah, Tommy, man. Let me ask you something. Think about it, brother, because I'm deep. I said, okay, man. What if Bruno went to Mars? I said, what? What if Alicia lost her keys? What? I said, come on, Cory. Come on, man. I ain't got time today. What if Gladys couldn't sleep at night?
Wait a minute, what?
I said, Cory, come on, man. I ain't got time. I hung up on him. He called back. What if Snoop really was a dog? Are you serious right now? God, are you listening? Hey, did Malcolm have an ex? What? Come on, Cory, man. This is stupid, man. What if Taylor was slow and not swift?
Oh, come on,
I said,
Cory.
Cory, I can't do this with you, man. What if Keith Sweat dehydrated? What?
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
And not
What
sweat.
if-
Oh, man.
What if Stevie started to wonder? Then he just wondering, dog. I don't get. What if Halle Berry hated berries? What if she hated berries? You understand what I'm saying? I said, no, I don't understand a damn thing
Come
you're
on,
saying.
Cory.
What if Kevin lost his heart? Then the last one he hit me with, this one I hung up. What if Dwayne Johnson lost his... Never mind.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Yeah.
He had to quit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did right by hanging up on Cory.
I hung up on Cory 4 or 5 times last night. But,
Yeah.
So I'm done with it. I'm done with it. What if James Brown was black? What are you talking about? He
black.
was black. Stupid. What are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was brown and not black. I said, man, come on, bro.
How you keep answering
What
the
if
phone?
what if Ricky didn't smile? I said, are you serious right now?
How you keep answering this phone call, though?
What is really stupid?
What if Tommy wasn't? I'm just saying. What if he wasn't?
He's stupid.
You can pick any number of things to go in here.
All right, coming up in 34 minutes
What
after
if
the hour.
Jesse was one of the Jacksons?
Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, Will Smith has resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture. We'll talk about it right after this. Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Will Smith has resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. He did that this past Friday. In a statement, Will said, I am resigning from membership in the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and will accept any further consequences the board deems appropriate. He went on to say, my actions at the 94th Academy Awards presentation were shocking, painful, and inexcusable. The list of those I have hurt is long and includes Chris, his family, many of my dear friends and loved ones, all those in attendance and global audiences at home. I am heartbroken. Will vow to never again allow violence to overtake reason. All right. David Rubin, the president of the Academy, also released a statement accepting Will's resignation and saying, we will continue to move forward with our disciplinary proceedings against Mr. Smith for violations of the Academy's standards of conduct in advance of our next scheduled board meeting on April 18th. So that's all of it in a nutshell. Will resigned, apologized. They're going to have a meeting and decide what disciplinary actions they're going to take against Will. So there you have it.
Do you resign so they don't kick you out? Is that how that works?
Well, he's trying to get ahead of it. He's trying to act like it can take the narrative away from them so it won't be the sting. He knows that's coming. He knows that's coming, but the board don't meet until the 18th. So he know that's coming. He know there's going to be some ramifications and repercussions and consequences. So he just getting ahead. I'm a resign from the Academy and any other further disciplines. He just getting ahead of it. This is him, his PR department, you know, people that knowing how to handle this stuff, control narrative,
damage control,
mitigate the risk. You know, that's all. That's all that is, man. Chris Rock and his family, man.
Now, when
Chris Rock is a G, such a gentleman, such class act, such a class act.
I will be glad we get past this, and you know there are a lot of lessons to be learned from this. But geez.
The dope move is Chris Rock hosting the Oscars next year.
Next year, yeah.
Yeah, that's the dope move. You talk about ratings, which they care deeply about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Absolutely. They say the ratings were up from this episode, this past Oscars, and it had nothing to do up until the slap, if you will.
Yeah.
They said the ratings.
And you know, I just really, I know everybody said this 100 times, and we keep talking about it. It's just sad that, you know, we're not talking about Will's first Oscar. We're not talking about Samuel L's first Oscar. We're not talking about the 3 women hosting the Oscars.
Right.
All overshadowed.
We're not talking about the Will Packer being the first black and then his assistant, Shayla being the first female to co-executive produce. We're not talking about any of that. Any of that.
All overshadowed by that moment. By that moment. Just really sad.
Right.
Really, really sad.
But Will resign.
It was history making. It was history making, and a pretty flawless show up until that point.
And Chris is still being a class act. They're saying that his comedy shows, there was a heckler saying blank Will Smith. He shut that down. He's taking the high road in this. In every
very high,
way, man.
very high. He's up there.
Almost too high for you.
He up there. He is way too high.
Empire State Building high.
Yeah, he up there.
I'm telling you right now, we be at subway level at least with me.
Underground.
I'm talking about at least subway, and then right after that, I'd be under that like mole level.
Yeah. They said that Chris, in his show, addressed it, saying that I know you guys probably came out to hear what I was going to say, but I had written a whole show before that. He said I'll address it at some point, but you know it's not going to be tonight. He said it'll be funny, it'll be serious, but I'm not doing that tonight. He went on with his regular show that he had already
had more
written.
Shows.
Yeah, he had already written. Sold out shows too. Yeah.
Weird.
All right. Yeah. Coming up next, it is the nephew and the prank phone call for today, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, I hate all of his friends and family. Wow. We'll get into that in just a bit.
Everybody.
A lot of people,
I hate everybody. Right now, it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Before I get into what I got, I want to get some praise from you all that I worked all weekend in Nashville. Sold out 7 shows, and I'm here on Monday. And I just want to recognize that I am here.
You supposed to be.
Not getting any
Yeah, it's your
praise.
job.
No. You supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here.
It
You know
was
what I mean?
Sunday night. It's Monday morning. We all here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked all weekend too.
I get off planes from Abu Dhabi and make it on in after 17-hour flight here.
But you want praise
What you
for
want?
coming to work.
Yeah. I want a standing ovation for being here.
Yeah, I want a praise for keep cutting your check. I want that.
Accolades.
Since we getting stuff, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Glad
How'd that work
it's
out
all.
for
You feel
you?
better? You
Nice.
feel better?
I bet you better put it back. You better put it back on.
Okay. It's Charlotte, North Carolina this week. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to
And
see
we
how that
working
Monday
that
goes.
Monday, and we working that Monday after that too.
All right, here's the prank. The prank is you ain't married. You ain't married. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Brian.
Yeah, this is he.
How you doing, Brian? My name is Daniel. Wanted to give you a call today. You got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. You're Brian. Brian, right? You're married to Althea.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's me. That's my wife. Yeah.
Okay. Got a question for you. How long have you guys been married?
Going on 9 years now. We've been married. Now, who is this?
My name is Daniel. Were you guys married at Greater New Missionary Baptist Church?
Let me see. Yeah. Yep. That's the name of that church. Yeah, great. About 9 years. Yeah, that's right. Why? What's going on? What you asking me all these questions for?
Okay. Do you remember the minister that officiated your actual wedding ceremony?
Yeah, that was Reverend.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the right person. I wanted to make sure I had the right person, Brian. So I'm sorry if it seemed a little weird to you. Here's what's going on. We've just come up with a new discovery. A lot of information that Reverend, none of his credentials are true. Everything is false. He's not a minister at all. He never was a minister. And every single wedding ceremony that he officiated is basically null and void. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you and Althea, even though you think you've been married for 9 years, you guys are not married at all.
No, Doc, you got to have the wrong person. Because me and Althea, we got married about 9 years ago, and Reverend he the preacher.
I know that, Brian. I know that. What I'm telling you is he never was ordained. He's never been an ordained minister. He's not a minister at all. So when he performed this ceremony, your wedding ceremony, he had no right to be doing that. You guys are not married. You know, you guys have been living in sin for 9 years.
Hold on, Doc. Let me tell you something. I ain't been living in no sin. Me and my wife, we have been married for 9 years, and that man, he's a preacher. I'm telling you, he's a preacher. I heard him preach last Sunday.
Sir, as of today, he has no right to be in anybody's pulpit. He has no right to be officiating, whether it's weddings or funerals, no matter what it is, christenings for children. He's not allowed to do that, and we have officially stopped him from doing anything serving under as being a pastor or a minister. We have stopped that. But what I want you to know is that you have been living in sin, and we want to try and get you guys married as soon as possible so you're not living in sin.
Oh, no, Doc. I ain't been living in no sin. I have been married for 9 years. This woman, she has been taking care of me and my kids for the past 9 years.
Wait a minute. Now, you guys have children?
Yeah, we got two kids. Two beautiful kids.
Okay, then those kids are bastards.
Bastards? Hold on. Let me tell you something. My kids ain't no bastards. What about your kids? Your kids are bastards?
No, sir. My kids were born in wedlock. Your kids have been born out of wedlock.
I'm telling you, that man did my service, and he is a preacher. He's a man after God's own heart himself. He done everything that he could for me and my family. He is a preacher.
Sir, I know it's hard for you to swallow the truth, but I want you to know, and I need you to be able to tell Althea that you guys are not married, not as of right now.
No. Okay, so hold on. Now, back in the olden days, but before all these colleges and stuff came about, you telling me that them men back in the old days, that they wasn't no preachers, that they wasn't men after the cloth? Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, what are you getting at, sir?
What I'm trying to say is back in the olden days, back in the 20s and 30s, they didn't have all these colleges and all these degrees and stuff like these new preachers got these days. That man now, he was from back then, and God called them, and that's what they went on to. And all them people that they married back then, they did the same thing today. You don't need no degree to say that you're a preacher. You don't need no license to say you're a preacher. Me and my wife, we've been married for 9 years. My kids have been born in wedlock. We were married. We were married by Reverend. My friends and family, they was all there.
Sir, the bottom line is that you have been living in sin because you have not been married with your wife for the last 9 years, and your kids, I hate to say it, your kids are bastards.
Now, hold on now. I done told you. Don't say nothing else about my kids. See, I ain't no cusser, but don't push me. My kids ain't no bastards. You understand me? You don't get me upset.
Sir, I'm trying to give you the truth and try to get you in here and get you married so you will not be living in sin any more than what you are.
I ain't living in no sin. Look, now you gonna make me whoop your ASS. You understand? Me and my wife, we have been married for 9 years. Don't sit up here and call me talking about that we ain't married, that man ain't no preacher. You understand? Now get off my phone. That's my wife. Those are my kids. They have been born in wedlock. You understand?
Sir, I just wanted to call and give you the information so that you could probably stop living in sin. That's all I wanted to do.
I ain't living in no sin. That's what I just told you. You ain't hear me? I ain't living in no sin. Maybe you the one that's living up in some sin. Now, you ain't got nothing to say to me. That man that married us 9 years ago. Now, get your ASS off my phone.
Sir, I have one more thing I'd like to say to you, sir.
You ain't got nothing else to say to me. You ain't get your ASS off my DAM phone. Now, do you understand me? I ain't got time for this publicity.
Sir, can I say one more thing?
What you got to say to me now?
I just wanted to let you know that this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife, Althea, got me to prank phone call you.
Oh, man, no. Oh, Lordy. Doc, yeah. Doc, yeah, I almost went in on you, Doc. You almost made me go there. Yeah, I'm a good Althea. You say Althea put you up to this?
Althea got me to prank you, man.
Wow, man.
Oh, man. Hey, man, you all right with me, brother? I got to ask you something, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
Oh, I love
him.
Get your
ASS off my phone right now.
Yes. Your ASS. I love him.
I mean, dog, he took the time. Once you spelling it out, you might as well say it, dog.
You might as well.
I ain't no cussing. Get your ASS off my DAM phone, dog. If you spelling it out. Come on,
dog.
Spelled
it out 3 times. I ain't no cussing, but don't push me.
Right.
He can win a spelling bee, that's for sure. He can handle that.
A cussing spelling bee. Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, it is the Strawberry Letter subject. I hate all of his family and friends. We'll get into that right after this. Everybody.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com by clicking Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air. Pop, pop. Just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know. It could be yours. You just never know.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter. Yeah.
He's at work today. Thank you, nephew. Subject, I hate all of his family and friends. Dear Steve and Shirley, my boyfriend of 2 years has been talking about marriage, but I hate all of his family and friends. We're both 33 years old and we met online. I got offered a job promotion and a transfer to the city where my boyfriend grew up. We decided I'd take the job and we'd get married, so we relocated to the city that he grew up in. We bought a house within a week of moving, and it all happened quickly. After we got settled, he decided it was time for me to meet his parents. They don't live together, but they are married. He said it's complicated. I thought it was strange that I'd never met them, but he always said there's no rush. Now I know why. So here's what happened to make me hate everyone. We invited everyone out to dinner, and the only way to get his family to go was to agree to go to a buffet restaurant. I don't like eating at buffets, and it's not because I'm bougie. It's because I got very sick one time from eating at a buffet, and that has scarred me for life. Two of my boyfriend's childhood friends came to dinner with us, along with his mom, dad, sister, and his sister's 4 children. His homeboys smelled like they work at a weed factory and they were rapping illicit lyrics at the table. His parents got into an argument because his dad called his mom a trick and she flipped him off. I won't even mention the 4 little filthy children that were running all around the restaurant. My boyfriend paid the bill for all these grown people and he looked so embarrassed. He's whispered that he hopes this isn't a deal breaker. I don't want any of these people to ever come to our house, but how do I tell him that? He's not at all like them. So do you think he will understand if I'm honest? Well, yeah, I think he'll understand, but I don't think you should tell him that. You definitely can't tell him in that way that you don't ever want them to come to your house. You got to remember you're marrying him and not his family. And we know you hate all of them and you don't care for them. But like I said, please don't tell him that. I mean, you can think of other ways to say it, or if they're coming over, you're busy or whatever the situation. I mean, they are still his family, no matter what. The great part, look at the positive. He wanted you to meet them. Okay. It was about time you met his family. And that's pretty big because here's a man taking you to meet his family. A lot of times that's what we want, to meet his family and to see, where he comes from. So that means he, wants you to be a part of his family. Okay. So that's a good thing. He is embarrassed by them, though. He is embarrassed. And it doesn't sound like they'll be coming around because he's embarrassed. And it took you a while to meet them in the first place. He knows how they are because he said he hopes they weren't a deal breaker meeting them. So we can't pick our family members. We know that, but we can decide how we deal with them. So you decide, you make the decisions of, if and when they come to your house and how that's going to play out and all that. I mean, otherwise, if you love this man, you're going to have to deal with his family at some point. So, your options are to what? Sell your new house that you just bought in the town he grew up in. I doubt if that's going to happen, because you guys just bought it. The housing market is crazy, all that. The other thing is, you guys can build a life together, when you do get married. It sounds like you're headed in that direction. This is a man you love. Build a life you together with this man and have minimal contact with his family. Don't invite them over. Steve?
This one is interesting. Everybody got some family members in their own family that they don't really care for.
Right.
So I can only imagine that there's going to be some people in their family, your spouse, mate, lover, friend, fiance, whatever, in their family that you're not going to like. Now, y'all been together 2 years, you're moving kind of quick, you're 33 years old, you met online, but this was the dude. Y'all got a job, you got offered a promotion, you transferred to the city where your boyfriend grew up. You say right at the top, I hate all his family and friends. Every last one of them. We decided to take the job that you got offered a promotion in. We'd get married, so we relocated to the city that he grew up in. We bought a house within a week of moving. It all happened quickly. And then right after y'all got settled, he decided it was time for me to meet his parents. Now, here's the tricky part. They don't live together, but they're married. He said it's complicated. We'll get into that in a minute. I thought it was strange that I'd never met them, but he always said ain't no rush, because he knew. He loved you. He can't let you meet his other side. because you ain't going to understand it. Now, he's different. He knew this was coming. Here's what happened that made me hate everyone. Wow. We invited everybody out to dinner, and the only way to get his family to go was to agree to a buffet restaurant. Now, right here, we're talking about size now.
Size or sides?
Size.
Oh, okay.
When the whole family insists the only way we going out is got to be buffet. This ain't the first time they done made that decision. This is a family thing, and if you go to buffets a lot, you have some size on you. We'll get into the rest of it when we come back. These is big people we're talking about.
We'll have Steve Harvey's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour, okay? The subject of today's Strawberry Letter, I hate all of his family and friends. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter and finish up your response. Today's subject is, I hate all of his family and friends.
You know, like I said, this is going to be rough because everybody got some family members they don't care for. So once you get into a relationship with somebody else, they're going to have some family members you don't care for. But your hatred for them came all at once. This is why you hate. You ain't met them but one time, and you have reached the conclusion that you hate all of them.
Everybody.
You know, now, y'all done moved together, y'all relocated, y'all bought a house, y'all done moved in it, you got settled. He told you it wasn't no rush to meet his parents. Now, you thought it was a little bit strange, but he knew, because this could be a deal breaker. First of all, they his parents, but they don't live together. We're going to get into that as to why. I figured this out in the letter. Here's what happened to make me hate everyone. We invited everybody out to dinner, and the only way to get his family to go was to agree to going to a buffet restaurant. Now, when everybody say we had to go to a buffet restaurant, it's because they need more brought to the table, and they wants to go get their own portion sizes because they're unhappy with the portions and choices of the menu. Some people like their gravy to run into their potato salad. They want their ham laying on top of their greens. You got to be able to go and fix your own plate. These is big people we talking about now. And I know they big people because they've decided as a unit we ain't going nowhere unless it's a damn buffet. These is big people now, and I'm just going to tell you, you don't like my answer, I don't care. I've come to the conclusion in this Strawberry Letter, this is a place full of big people, and I approve it. I don't like eating at buffets because I'm not bougie. It's just because I'm very sick. I got sick one time from eating at a buffet, and that has scarred me from life. Nothing stops big people from eating at a buffet. They done all been sick. They done all seen people pick over the food. They done seen people talk under the shield while they getting their food. But big people can they ass. They done seen the sneezes. They done all that. They cough. But big people don't give a damn because buffets is for big people. Two of his childhood friends came. They smell like a weed factory. That's because they smoke weed.
That's simple.
Thus, the other reason we got to go to a buffet, because we got the munchies now. See, this buffet is all coming together now.
Uh-huh.
And they were rapping explicit lyrics at the table. Hell, because they high. You 33, all his friends is old-ass wannabe rappers that ain't never made it. Now they at the table rapping explicit lyrics because they high and they hungry. His parents got in an argument because his dad called his mama a trick and she flipped him off.
Ugh.
Now we getting into why they don't live together.
Right.
Real big-ass people don't like staying together because it ain't a lot of room. They at the buffet. They can't stand each other. See, the argument was a flip-off because that's all she had the energy for. She was big, she'd have got up and walked around there and said what you say, but she crossed the table. She couldn't get up, so she just flipped him off because she big. She at the table. And he knew she wasn't gonna get up. That's why he called her a trick in front of everybody. But he got the trick from the two little rapper friends because they was probably doing a Trick Daddy song.
This is terrible.
See how this working out right now?
Put all this together.
I put all this together. They were doing a Trick Daddy rap song. That's where he got the term trick from.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know it.
Trick Daddy.
Then she didn't want to mention the 4 little filthy ass kids, and I know they filthy because fat people don't like bathing other people. So now the little kids is filthy. Yeah, because them big ass people ain't got no time to be washing up kids and stuff. You got to bend over in the bathtub, breathing, losing your breath and all this here. So just put some clothes on these little filthy ass kids and let them run around. My boyfriend paid the bill for all these grown people. He looked so embarrassed. He whispered that he hopes this isn't a deal breaker. I don't want any of these people to come over to our house, but how do I tell him that? He's not at all like them, so do you think he will understand if I'm honest? Well, Shirley said you shouldn't be honest. And I can understand that, and I respect that too, but you're going to have to be honest. But if you don't want to be honest, there's some things you can do to keep their ass out of your house. First of all, you let it be known that none of your meals would be served buffet style. That's the first thing. We don't put no plates out where you can go around scoop your own. No. That'll keep their big ass out the house right there. And then secondly, when they come over, tell them that they have to select off a predetermined menu what they want to eat when they come over. That fat people don't like that. They not coming. And you can keep them people out your house for years like that. For years.
Oh, look at the time.
Or every time you have a family gathering, carry their big ass right back down to that buffet and deal with it and then just go home. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, please hit us up on
Steve.
Instagram and Facebook.
That's a great answer.
At SteveHarveyFM.com if you want to comment on today's Strawberry Letter. You can also check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up next, it is Junior with Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oscar-winning actress and comedian Monique and esteemed director Lee Daniels have rekindled their professional relationship and will work together on Netflix's movie Demon House. Precious, of course, was the last movie that Daniels and Monique worked on together, which was a huge success and led to Monique winning the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Following the Oscar ceremony that year, Monique alleged that Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Tyler Perry blackballed her because she chose to spend time with her family instead of going and promoting Precious. They all denied blackballing her, but Monique and Daniels didn't speak for 13 years because of this disagreement. The two made amends on Friday while Monique was on stage during her Monique and Friends April Fool's Day with the Queen of Comedy event at St. George Theater on Staten Island. Lee Daniels joined Monique in front of the crowd and offered a public apology. Take a listen.
A long time to realize. I am so sorry for hurting you in any way that I did. Y'all, she was my best friend. My best friend. Y'all think that Precious was just, that was God working through both of us. And we gonna do it again.
Wow.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
13 years. Yeah, squashed it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, forgiveness and all of that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
Go get it. Go make a movie. Go make it happen.
Yeah. You hate to hear that. You hate to hear about beefs like
I'm
that
happy
lasting
to hear that
that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they've made up. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, right. Ain't nobody slap nobody up there. This is good. This is really good.
Well, it was all
live
love,
moment.
love and hugs, love and hugs.
Yeah.
You do have to be careful now, I guess, if you perform on stage and somebody just walks on stage, you will get a little tight, won't you? Now.
Oh yeah. We all.
Well, it's gonna be a little different now though, because the presenters is gonna be a little bit more,
Prepared,
on
ready,
edge,
set,
like-
go.
guard.
I mean, like Deion Sanders say, when I see you coming, I'm gonna get on that back leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Monique knew he was going to come on stage and apologize, but I'm sure she welcomed it, and she was very happy that their beef is squashed. And now she's back. She'll be back on Netflix. So good, full circle moment.
Yeah, working again. 50 Cent showing her love. So there it is.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. Good for Mo.
I'll never forget when she came to the studio and I got a chance to hold her Oscar. That was,
wow, I remember
that was a moment for me. Yeah, that was a moment for me. Yeah.
All good.
All good.
So speaking of this past weekend, did y'all see Saturday Night Live, the skit that they did?
I saw it.
Oh my God.
Oh, the Oscar
funny.
slap. Oh my gosh.
Man.
It was funny. We had no idea all that stuff was going on between the time that Will walked on stage and sat in his seat and everything. Yeah. Saturday Night Live just added that color.
Yeah, it was a pretty
What was really
cool
going
moment.
on.
How they did it.
Behind the scenes.
The seat filler. Man, I'm such a fan of yours. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, send it to me because I missed it.
Oh, you guys.
Okay.
Oh, you missed the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see that. Yeah. And speaking of, Will Smith has resigned from the Academy. And the Academy will meet on April 18th to decide the disciplinary action they're going to have for Will. So that's the update on that as well.
What do you think that'll be? What kind of disciplinary actions is that? Like, can't come to the Oscars? I mean, what is that?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he
or
already
be
resigned,
nominated
so.
again.
Yeah.
Next year or
I mean, 'cause
something.
Yeah,
Could be
some
that.
people were calling for him to give back his Oscar. I don't think they're going to do that, but I
don't
think
think they
that
should
that
do
was a
that.
bit extreme. Yeah.
Well, I ain't
we'll
gonna
see.
bring it back down there. If you give it to me, I ain't bringing it back.
You can't find it.
That Oscar
All right.
is going up on the mantelpiece.
All right, we're moving on. Coming up in 20 minutes, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Eddie Murphy, Steve, get a load of this. Eddie Murphy could play Parliament Funkadelic leader George Clinton.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you love
Come
that?
on. Hell yeah.
Yes. He
My
played
generation. Come on,
Dolomite.
boy. Mothership connection. Come on.
Yes, he's a great actor. Anyway, this will be in an upcoming biopic. This is according to Deadline. Eddie is in talks to take on the role of Clinton in a movie that will tell the story of George Clinton's childhood in the 1940s, North Carolina, to the formation of Parliament and Funkadelic in the late 1960s. Eddie and fellow producers are currently negotiating rights to Clinton's music, and the movie will also explore George Clinton's impact of the future of hip-hop and hip-hop artists. So there you go. I would love to see that.
Hell yeah. Come on,
you
Eddie.
being
Do
that-
all of it.
Eddie,
Dolomite.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
George
He did great with
Clinton.
Dolomite.
Who
All
else?
of them. Do the Ohio player story. Eddie Murphy be a cold ass sugarfoot. Boy, whoo. I'll be up in there just crying.
Just emotional.
You in the movie crying?
Crying, man. Oh, Lord Jesus. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. Oh. Oh.
All right, we'll have more of the
Where
Steve Harvey
there's
Morning
no
Show coming up
time.
at 33 minutes after. We'll play a round of Would
Your
You Rather
love
right
is
after this.
divine.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Would You Rather. Would you rather have a long tongue or long feet?
Yeah.
Well, we probably need to let Tommy answer this one. Go ahead, Tommy.
You got them feet long. That mean your hands is long.
Yeah,
That
we
mean
both know well
everything
that
long.
ain't true. So, would you want the long feet?
I'm taking the long feet
Right.
in the
Not the long
opposed to the
tongue.
long tongue.
Because he want to get rid of them little raccoon hands he got.
I ain't got no raccoon hands. These is big hands, boy. Look at these hands on the Zoom. You see
That's
these
on the
hands?
Zoom. You got them right up against the camera. I've seen them in real life.
I'm going to pull them back right there.
There you go.
Big.
See, once again, pull them back behind your head. Get them up in front of your face like you're holding up. Now they starting to get smaller. They're getting smaller. Now they're getting smaller. See, my camera is actual size, Tommy. See, my camera, my Zoom actual size.
Wow. Your hand was the same size as mine. Them about the same dog.
You bought a damn lie. These look like moose horns.
So you'll take what will you take, Steve?
Well, I don't, I'm covered. So what I need, I mean,
It's would you rather? Long tongue or long feet?
Tongue or feet?
Well, I got 13, so I mean, any longer, I ain't gonna be able to buy no damn shoes, cause 14s ain't in the store. I can tell you that right now.
Back order.
Well, where does Shaq get his shoes?
Shaq get his stuff made. Shaq wear 22.
I know. I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Junior, you?
Tongue. Hell.
Okay. Really? Okay.
What he gonna do with some long ass feet on his little short ass body?
What is he gonna do with
now
this
he
long
just out
tongue?
here on stage like he got on skis and stuff.
All right. Would you rather? We're moving on. Would you rather ride a horse or ride a bike
You have rather
as
what?
your only transportation? Horse
Ride a
or
what?
bike? A horse or a bike as
Oh,
your
no.
only
Oh
transportation?
no, hell no! Give me that bike.
Okay,
Really?
not a horse.
I think I'm gonna go with the horse. I'm gonna go with the horse.
I'm
Are
going
you
with the bike.
crazy?
I'm not riding no horse. I ain't built
No,
for
you
that.
better give me that damn bike. That horse out there in that traffic. You must be out your mind. You ain't rode no horse, man, please.
He said, what he had?
gotta feed
The horse
it
out that traffic.
That horse out in that damn traffic? No. Rush hour on a horse? Boy. Man,
So a bike all day, huh?
A bike and rush hour is the same thing. That's gonna be worse.
I can take
No, you
side
can move.
streets.
We got a
I'm
bike-
not
we
sure
got a
that
bike lane.
go around. Bike do like
All right,
you
that's
want it to
today.
do.
Today edition of Would You Rather. Coming up, it is our last break of the day. And at 49 minutes after the hour, we'll close out the show with some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are on this Monday, our last break of the day. Mm-hmm. And congratulations once again to the Grammy Award winners from last night.
Grammys
No
in
slapping
Vegas.
on the
Trevor
show.
Noah.
Trevor, that's a bad boy.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I like
he's
him a
very
lot.
Smart and funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of boring compared to the Oscars, though. It's kind of. Last night at TV, I kept looking for somebody.
You wanted some drama to jump off?
You know how you just be kind of secretly looking for it, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, I just kept looking at the moments, waiting to see what would happen, but it didn't. Hey, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to talk to you all about I try to share principles of success whenever I can with people. I'm having a discussion. I'm going to have to pull one of my young employees to the side. I kind of had this conversation with him in New York the other day because I see an adjustment that needs to be made. And sometimes, man, when I'm sharing this information, it's not because I know everything. It's simply because I've just been through a lot. You know, I'm 65 years old. I've seen a lot of endings to a lot of different movies. I've seen a lot of shows. I've met a lot of people. Very rarely do I meet a person that I've never met before. You know what I mean in terms of type of person. Mm-hmm. You know, I've met all types of people. And when I meet somebody that I've never met before, it's really kind of shocking to me. You know, because I've met all types. Now, I'm not saying we friends or anything, but because I am famous, I meet more people than the average person does, right? And so when I'm talking to people and I'm trying to share information, I also have to understand that I'm being listened to by all types of people. Everybody that listens to me is not receptive. Everybody that listens to me is not positive. Everybody that listens to me is not open. Everybody that listens to me don't want to hear what I got to say. I understand that. So with that in mind, I always understand that I'm not talking to everybody. You know, I was talking on off camera. Well, I'm never off camera, I found out, because they tape everything I do. But I was on a commercial break, and I was talking about God, and a woman stood up and said, well, I'm an atheist. I said, okay, well, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying, though. She says, yeah, but I'm an atheist, and I'm in here, and I don't believe in God. Okay, then I ain't talking to you. But I'm not going to stop saying what I have to say, because there are a lot of people in here who believe in God, and I'm just giving you a thought that I have. And she was insistent, I'm an atheist. Be an atheist. Do you, but I ain't got to accept your belief that there is no God no more than you have to accept mine that there is. You know, and her argument got crazy. But what if you get there and you find out it ain't no God? Man, the bigger problem is going to be is if you get there and you find out it is one. That's going to be the bigger problem. If I get to the end and I find out it ain't no God, then I lived the best I could and had a conscience and tried to treat people right and tried to go by some rules and stuff. And if it ain't no God, which it is, but okay, they're cool. Joke on me. But now your problem is if you get there and it is a God, and you've been talking this whole life like it ain't one, been doing like you want to. So I don't really have time for that. But I was talking about this subject of just talking to people who I know everybody's not listening to me. So what I'm about to tell you is not going to affect everybody the same way. Listen to this. I'm trying to talk to this young guy and people that work for me to get them to understand, because they always ask me, Steve, why do you do so much? And I do a lot of stuff I don't get paid for. But see, if you're not willing to do more than what you're being paid for, then you'll never be paid more for what you're doing. If you're not willing to do more than what you're paid for, then you'll never be paid more for what you're doing. It's the act of giving. And I don't want you to live your life and not understand that. You know, because if you give expecting for even exchange, if you're not trading, if you're just trying to trade, I'm going to do this for exactly that, or I'm doing this if you give me that, or I'll do this only if I get this in return, then that's not giving, you trading. And in order to give, to get the blessings, you got to give graciously. That's not always knowing what the comeback is going to be. That's when you open up your life to God's grace, mercy, and favor. That's how you do it. It's by giving. It's just one of the laws of, it's just a law of the universe. And you have to think about that. So listen to me. If you're not willing to do more than what you're being paid to do, then you'll never be paid more for what you're doing. Understand that. You're going to have to plant some seeds in the ground and not know when they're going to grow up. You got to put some seeds in the ground without understanding that this fruit may not develop within the next year. You got to put some seeds in the ground realizing that you may not bear fruit from this seed for 15 years. But if you're in the trading business, you'll never put the seed in the ground because you want something for your efforts right now. And I can't tell you how many seeds I've planted over the years that are just starting to come to fruition. But you got to be willing to do more than what you're being paid to do if you ever expect to be paid for more than what you do. Remember that. It is a simple law of giving. And until you learn how to give that way, you won't receive the full benefits. I'm just telling you what I've learned over the years. Those are my closing remarks. Hey, listen, I hope you like that one. If you didn't like that one, tune in tomorrow. God willing, I have another one. But listen, here's the most important thing. Talk to God. He would love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.